In a world filled with billions of people, some individuals truly stand out, and these women will leave you speechless. From jaw-dropping talents to mind-bending appearances and inspiring life stories, these 12 remarkable women challenge everything we thought we knew about human potential. Get ready to be amazed, inspired, and maybe even a little shocked. These are the 12 remarkable women you won't believe exist, and their stories are nothing short of unbelievable. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell, so let's get started. And meet Udoxy Yao, the woman who's breaking the internet and redefining beauty standards with every step she takes. Hailing from Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Udoxy has become globally famous for her extremely curvaceous figure, a body she proudly claims is 100% natural. With her tiny waist and voluptuous hips, she's often called the African Kim Kardashian. But Udoxy is not just a lookalike. She's building her own empire. From a young age, Udoxy stood out from the crowd, and instead of hiding it, she embraced it. She entered the spotlight as a model, influencer, and musician, gaining millions of followers on social media. What really sets her apart is her confidence. Udoxy has faced endless criticism and internet trolls who doubt the authenticity of her body, but she shuts them down with grace and pride, saying, "I love myself as I am. I've never had surgery, and I don't plan to." Her bold fashion choices, powerful attitude, and body-positive message have turned her into an icon of self-love. She inspires women across Africa and the world to embrace their uniqueness and reject unrealistic beauty norms. Despite the fame, she stays grounded, using her platform to promote African culture, female empowerment, and body acceptance. Udoxy Yao isn't just remarkable because of how she looks. She's remarkable because of how fearlessly she owns it. Meet Leanne Ratcliffe, better known as Freely the Banana Girl, one of the most polarizing raw vegan influencers of our time. Hailing from Queensland, Australia, Leanne has amassed over 790,000 YouTube subscribers and 330 million views by promoting her signature raw till 4 lifestyle, eating raw fruits and vegetables until 4 p.m., followed by a cooked high-carb vegan dinner. Her diet? Think up to 50 bananas a day, minimal fat and salt, and nearly no processed foods. It's a bold philosophy, one rooted in her own dramatic transformation from a life of anorexia, bulimia, chronic fatigue, and acne to apparent health and energy through a fruit-heavy lifestyle. But Freely's rise hasn't been without controversy. She's attracted criticism from nutritionists, warning about nutrient deficiencies and amenorrhea, the loss of menstrual periods, which she once claimed was a sign of purity. She's also been involved in public feuds and legal battles with fellow influencers like Kayla Itsines, Jenna Marbles, and Emma Chamberlain, often harshly condemning their choices and encouraging followers to do the same. Other concerns include her past admissions of breast augmentation at 21, alleged use of Botox according to her ex-partner, and warnings from former followers who say her extreme approach led them into orthorexia, hair loss, hormone issues, and even hospitalization. Yet amid the backlash, Leanne maintains a loyal audience. She embraces off-grid living, at one point residing in a South American jungle cabin, advocates minimalism, zero makeup, and no shaving as part of her total wellness ethos. In essence, Leanne Ratcliffe is more than just a vegan influencer. She's a complex emblem of empowerment, controversy, radical health, and the blurry line between inspiration and extremism. Meet Tatiana Kojvnikova, a woman whose strength will absolutely surprise you in a way you've probably never imagined. Hailing from Russia, Tatiana holds a Guinness World Record for mastering a unique and highly specialized skill: the strongest vagina. She has trained a group of muscles most people don't even think about to an extraordinary level of strength. For over 20 years, Tatiana dedicated herself to mastering internal muscle control as a way to improve her personal health, particularly after childbirth. What started as a form of healing soon transformed into a remarkable physical feat that captured global attention. Using traditional techniques inspired by ancient Russian and Eastern practices, she developed a method of internal strength training unlike anything seen before. Eventually, she stunned the world by lifting a 14-kilogram, over 30 pounds, object using nothing but her inner strength, earning her the official title of the woman with the strongest pelvic muscles. This record-breaking moment was not just about strength, but also about discipline, body control, and focus. Tatiana now shares her knowledge through lectures, demonstrations, and training programs to help women improve their health, posture, and confidence. She's not just famous for a record, she's become a symbol of self-empowerment and body awareness. Her story proves that true strength doesn't always come from the outside. It can come from the most unexpected places. Meet Laxmi Agarwal, a fierce voice for change who transformed unimaginable tragedy into a beacon of hope and justice. Born in New Delhi in 1990, Laxmi was just 15 when she survived a brutal acid attack in 2005 after rejecting a man's marriage proposal. The attack left her with deep physical and emotional scars, but instead of retreating, she chose to fight back. In 2006, she filed a public interest litigation in India's Supreme Court, not only seeking justice for herself, but pushing for stricter laws around acid sales and victim compensation. Her efforts led to a landmark 2013 Supreme Court ruling that regulated acid availability and mandated government support for survivors. Refusing to be defined by her scars, Laxmi became a well-known TV host, motivational speaker, and activist. She launched the Stop Acid Sale campaign and founded the Chan Foundation to support survivors by offering medical aid, counseling, legal advice, job training, and even a cafe in Agra staffed by survivors, Shiro's Hangout. Her courage earned her international recognition. In 2014, she received the International Women of Courage Award presented by Michelle Obama, and in 2019, India's International Women Empowerment Award from UNICEF and related ministries. Laxmi's life inspired the Bollywood film Chapak 2020, starring Deepika Padukone, which brought her story and the broader struggle of survivors into public focus. Even today, she continues to support women facing harassment or violence, especially during crises like the COVID lockdown. Through her tenacity, Laxmi sends a powerful message. He threw acid on my face, not on my dreams. Meet Cada Katun, a young woman from Kolkata, India, whose face tells a story of unimaginable strength and quiet courage. At just 23 years old, Khadija lives with a severe medical condition that has drastically transformed her appearance. What doctors believe is a form of neurofibromatosis, a rare genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow on nerve tissues. When she was born, her condition was barely noticeable. But over time, the growths expanded, eventually covering her eyes, nose, and mouth, making it impossible for her to see, speak clearly, or eat normally. Despite multiple surgical offers from doctors, Khadija has chosen not to undergo any operations, believing the risks are too great. Her decision is a powerful reminder that courage isn't always about fighting, it's also about accepting. Living in a crowded area of Kolkata, Khadija often faces cruel stares and uninvited photos from strangers. Children are frightened, and people point. But instead of hiding, she faces the world with dignity and patience. I have learned to accept myself as I am, she says. Her inner strength and calmness have amazed even her own family. Her brother Lutfar speaks about the challenges she faces daily, while her father Muhammad calls her the only one in the universe, admiring her resilience through a life full of sorrows. In a world obsessed with appearances, Khadija reminds us that true beauty lies in the heart, not the face. Her story is not just about a medical condition, it's about a woman who refuses to be broken by circumstances. Khadija is proof that even in silence, you can be a symbol of unshakable human spirit. Jess, a fascinating 24-year-old woman who has chosen to embrace an incredibly unique lifestyle, that of an adult baby. For Jess, this isn't just a quirk, it's a deeply personal journey, a way for her to reconnect with a childhood she feels she lost or missed out on. She's fully committed to this identity, incorporating various elements into her daily life. This includes using diapers, finding comfort in drinking from a bottle, and even having an oversized crib that serves as her personal sanctuary. What's particularly striking about Jess is how openly she shares her life. Despite the potential for judgment, she maintains a full-time job and also chronicles her experiences on YouTube, where she has built a significant following. Through her platform, she articulates the profound impact this lifestyle has had on her well-being. According to Jess, embracing her adult baby side has brought her immense security and happiness, proving to be more effective and fulfilling for her than years of traditional therapy might have been. She sees it as a genuine path to self-acceptance and inner peace, allowing her to truly express her authentic self to the world. Khloe Jennings-White is a highly educated woman, a chemist with a PhD from Cambridge, a talented skier, and a music lover. But what makes her story so unusual, and at times deeply unsettling, is her intense desire to live life in a wheelchair, even though she is physically able to walk. Khloe suffers from a rare and controversial condition known as body integrity identity disorder, or BIID. People with BIID feel a strong, persistent belief that a part of their body does not belong to them. In Khloe's case, she has an overwhelming urge to be paraplegic. Despite being physically healthy, she uses a wheelchair full-time and avoids using her legs as much as possible to align her physical life with how she feels inside. She has openly expressed a desire to become permanently paralyzed and has even looked for doctors willing to sever her spinal cord, something the medical world deems highly unethical and illegal. Her story has drawn both sympathy and outrage. Some see her as mentally ill and in need of help, while others view her as someone bravely living her truth in a way few can understand. Khloe says living in a wheelchair gives her relief and peace, allowing her to finally feel like herself. She's become a symbol in debates over medical ethics, mental health, and the limits of bodily autonomy. Her life may seem shocking to many, but for Khloe, it's a constant battle between the body she was born with and the identity she truly believes is hers. Meet Foxy Menagerie, a social media sensation and performer known for having one of the largest augmented breasts in the world. Foxy isn't just famous for her appearance. She's become a bold symbol of body modification and extreme transformation in the name of self-expression. Standing out with her exaggerated hourglass figure, platinum blonde hair, and glamorous aesthetic, Foxy has fully embraced the extreme plastic surgery lifestyle. But behind the bold look is a woman who's chasing confidence and control over her own image. Foxy began her transformation journey years ago, undergoing multiple breast augmentation surgeries, lip enhancements, and body sculpting procedures. She's been very open about the number of procedures she's had, using platforms like Instagram and TikTok to show off her dramatic look while challenging beauty norms. Many admire her fearlessness, while others question the risks and long-term health concerns. But for Foxy, it's all about being unapologetically herself. Aside from her striking appearance, Foxy Menagerie also performs as a dancer and entertainer, bringing high energy and a larger-than-life persona to every show. Whether you admire her or not, there's no denying, Foxy has built a brand that commands attention. She's proof that in today's world, beauty is what you decide it is. Meet Gurkhari Bracco Blaquette, a woman from Ocala, Florida, who stunned the internet with one jaw-dropping feature, her incredibly long tongue. Measuring around 11.4 centimeters or about 4.5 inches, her tongue can do things most of us couldn't even imagine, like licking her own elbow, touching her eye, and even reaching her ear. It all started as a joke among friends. Someone dared her to lick her eye, and to everyone's surprise, she actually did it. Curious and amazed, Gurkhari began filming videos of her performing tongue tricks and uploaded them online. Very quickly, her unique talent went viral, earning her millions of views and followers across social media. While some accused her of using filters or Photoshop, she proved the haters wrong by showcasing her abilities in real time. Her confidence and playful energy turned her into an internet sensation, with many encouraging her to go for the Guinness World Record. She may even be in line to beat the current record holder for the world's longest tongue. But Gurkhari's story isn't just about a long tongue. It's about embracing what makes you different, instead of hiding her unusual gift. She proudly shares it with the world, inspiring others to celebrate their uniqueness too. Ashley Kurpiel is an extraordinary woman, known for her resilience and advocacy in the face of a rare and challenging condition called fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, FOP, also known as Stoneman syndrome. FOP is a genetic disorder that causes the body's soft tissues to gradually turn into bone, limiting movement and flexibility. This condition affects fewer than 1,000 people worldwide, and Ashley has been living with it since a young age. Her journey has been filled with remarkable courage, Diagnosed with FOP at a young age, Ashley's life changed drastically. At just 3 years old, she underwent an amputation of her right arm and shoulder after doctors mistakenly diagnosed her with cancerous tumors. Only later did they discover it was actually FOP. Despite the progressive nature of the condition, Ashley refused to let it define her life. She continued to pursue her passions, including surfing, where she adapted a modified board to enjoy the sport she loved. In 2013, Ashley received a myoelectric prosthetic arm, allowing her to regain some independence and perform everyday tasks like using a phone or holding a drink. But her journey isn't just about overcoming personal challenges. It's also about helping others. Ashley has become a powerful advocate for awareness of FOP. She works tirelessly to educate the public, raise awareness, and connect people affected by the condition to resources and support networks. Ashley's advocacy extends beyond her own story as she shares her experiences to encourage early diagnosis, proper care, and emotional support for those living with rare diseases. Through her social media, especially on Instagram, she shares updates and inspires others with messages of hope and resilience. Her efforts have touched many lives, making her a beacon of strength and a symbol of perseverance for those affected by FOP and other rare conditions. Ashley Kurpiel's journey is a testament to the power of hope, determination, and the unwavering belief that one can live a fulfilling life despite life's toughest challenges. Meet Cathy Young, the woman with the world's smallest waist, a record that's both fascinating and controversial. Born in 1937, Cathy is an American corset enthusiast whose tiny 15-inch waist has earned her a spot in the Guinness World Records. Standing 5'8" inches tall, her figure is shockingly dramatic. And it's all thanks to a lifelong passion for Victorian fashion. Cathy's journey into extreme corsetry began in 1959, just before marrying her husband Bob Young, an orthopedic surgeon. What started as an interest in vintage style slowly evolved into a lifestyle. In the early 1980s, she began tight-lacing, wearing corsets up to 24 hours a day, and over time her waist gradually shrank to the astonishing measurement we see today. She owns more than 100 custom-made corsets and wears them constantly, only taking them off for short periods. But here's the twist. Despite what you might assume, Cathy claims she's never had any health problems due to her corset training. Her husband, who monitored her health with x-rays over the years, even supports the claim. In fact, he says the corsets help support her spine. Cathy Young has become a global curiosity. She's appeared in documentaries, magazines, and talk shows, often drawing both admiration and criticism. To her, it's not about body image or attention. It's about elegance, discipline, and preserving a piece of fashion history. Whether you see it as an art form or an extreme modification, one thing's certain. Cathy Young has reshaped the way we think about what the human body can become, literally. Flo and Kay Lyman are not just identical twins, they are among the rarest people on the planet. Born in the 1950s in the United States, Flo and Kay are the only known female autistic savant twins in the world. While their appearance is identical, what truly sets them apart is what's going on inside their minds. Diagnosed with autism at a young age, the twins struggled with social interactions and communication. But alongside their challenges came extraordinary abilities. Flo and Kay possess photographic memory and can recall the exact date, day of the week, weather, and events of any day in their lives, even decades ago. They are true calendar savants. Their minds work in perfect sync. They are obsessed with order, schedules, and especially TV shows. Their biggest fascination, Dick Clark, the legendary TV host. They memorized everything about his life, his routines, appearances, and even the times he ate or traveled. Their story was featured in documentaries and gained public attention not just for their unique abilities, but for the deep bond they share. Flo and Kay live in their own world, one filled with routines, memory, and love for each other. Despite their condition, they've taught the world that autism doesn't always mean limitation. Sometimes it reveals an incredible and mysterious superpower of the mind. LaRae Perkins is a courageous woman from Compton, California, whose story has inspired thousands around the world. From a young age, LaRae was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, a hormonal disorder that led her to grow facial hair due to a condition called hirsutism. While most people would try to hide it, Lorraine chose a different path. She embraced it. For years, she struggled with her self-image. People often stared at her in public or asked invasive questions like, "Are you a man or a woman?" The pressure to conform to society's beauty standards was intense. But instead of giving in, Lorraine made a powerful decision to stop shaving her beard and start loving herself as she is. She refuses hair removal treatments, not because she can't, but because she won't risk damaging her skin or self-esteem for anyone's approval. Lorraine has said, "Shaving makes me feel sad. I don't want to erase the very thing that makes me feel unique." Today, she's a viral sensation and body positivity advocate. On her social media accounts, like her TikTok at my_hair_is_me, she spreads messages of self-love, empowerment, and PCOS awareness. Her journey is not just about facial hair. It's about reclaiming identity, breaking stereotypes, and showing others that real beauty isn't defined by what society says. It's defined by self-acceptance. Lorraine Perkins is more than her condition. She's a voice for many women who've been silenced by shame, and a reminder that confidence begins the moment you stop hiding. Thandeka is a powerful force in fashion, law, and activism, and one of the most inspirational figures redefining beauty today. Born in South Africa in 1989 with albinism, Thondo grew up in a world that often misunderstood and discriminated against people who looked like her. From a young age, she faced bullying and harmful myths, but she was raised by a strong, supportive family that instilled in her the value of self-worth. Thondo didn't start out in fashion. She was a trained criminal prosecutor, working on cases involving gender-based violence. But in 2012, her life took a bold turn when South African designer Gert Johan Coetzee discovered her and invited her to model. She agreed, but only on the condition that she could use her platform to advocate for change, and that's exactly what she did. Thondo made history as the first woman with albinism to appear on the cover of Vogue Portugal in 2019. A year earlier, she was featured in the prestigious Purelli calendar, becoming the first South African of color to do so. She was also named to the BBC's 100 Women list, a recognition of her global impact. More than a model, Thandeka is a speaker, activist, and changemaker. She has spoken at the World Economic Forum in Davos, pushing conversations about inclusion and beauty beyond the surface. She believes visibility isn't just about representation. It's about creating systemic change in how society values difference. Whether on the runway, in a courtroom, or on the global stage, Thondo is proof that beauty and brilliance come in many forms, and that when you challenge the norm, you give others the courage to do the same. Imagine being your own twin. That's the incredible reality for Taylor Mule, an American singer, model, and advocate. For years, Taylor lived with a distinctive two-tone demarcation on her torso, which was initially dismissed as a unique birthmark. However, as she grew, she experienced persistent health issues, including autoimmune challenges, that doctors struggled to explain. It wasn't until 2009 that Taylor received a life-changing diagnosis. She has a rare genetic condition called chimerism. This means that very early in her mother's pregnancy, two fraternal twin eggs, each fertilized by a different sperm, fused together. As a result, Taylor absorbed her twin sister's cells and now carries two distinct sets of DNA within her own body. Essentially, she is her own twin. This unique condition manifests visually in her skin's differing pigmentation, with one side of her torso appearing slightly redder than the other, a visible testament to her twin's genetic makeup. Beyond the visible, Taylor's chimerism has also given her two immune systems and even two blood types. Her body's constant battle against what it perceives as foreign cells from her twin is believed to contribute to her ongoing autoimmune issues. After years of living with undiagnosed health problems and hiding her physical difference, Taylor bravely decided to go public with her story in 2017. Since then, she has become a powerful advocate for chimerism awareness, body positivity, and understanding autoimmune conditions. Her journey is a remarkable example of human diversity and the hidden complexities of our own biology. Meet Pauline Potter, once known as the heaviest living woman in the world, officially recognized by Guinness World Records. At her heaviest, Pauline weighed nearly 700 pounds, a life-threatening weight that limited her mobility, independence, and put her life at constant risk. In 2015, she appeared on TLC's My 600lb Life, where her battle with food addiction, emotional trauma, and physical pain was laid bare. Viewers watched as Pauline, who struggled even to stand or walk, made the bold decision to fight for her life. Her journey wasn't easy, marked by frustration, setbacks, and moments of hopelessness. But with the help of bariatric surgery, strict medical supervision, and a complete overhaul of her lifestyle, Pauline lost over 500 pounds. Yes, you heard that right, more than 500 pounds. Her transformation is not just physical, but deeply emotional. She confronted the issues that led her to food addiction, including years of low self-worth and family trauma. Though her behavior on the show drew criticism at times, some calling her uncooperative or demanding, Pauline ultimately showed incredible strength. Against the odds, she kept going. Today, Pauline Potter is almost unrecognizable compared to her former self. While she now lives a more private life, her story remains one of the most dramatic and inspirational transformations ever seen on television. She is living proof that no matter how far gone things may seem, change is possible with courage, commitment, and the will to live. Aaliyah Naserova is widely known as the real-life Rapunzel, and she's not just famous for her beauty, she holds an official world record. On February 25, 2024, in Milan, Italy, Aaliyah achieved the title for the longest hair on a living female, with her hair measuring an astonishing 257.33 centimeters, or 8 feet 5.3 inches long. Born in Ukraine, Aaliyah has never cut her hair in her entire life. What began as a personal choice became a lifelong passion. Over the years, her hair has become her identity, a symbol of dedication, natural beauty, and patience. Maintaining such incredible length isn't easy. Aaliyah spends hours each week caring for her hair, using special routines to keep it healthy and free-flowing. When wet, it can weigh up to 2 kilograms, and she always has to be cautious not to tangle it, trip over it, or accidentally close it in a door. But for Aaliyah, it's more than just appearance. She hopes her record will inspire people to enjoy human beauty and be natural. Through her social media platforms, she shares hair care advice, creative photo shoots, and an intimate look at the life of someone who chose to embrace what makes her different. Aaliyah Naserova's incredible hair may have earned her a spot in the record books, but it's her commitment to self-expression and her message of authenticity that truly makes her unforgettable. Rose Guile, a 39-year-old woman from Oregon, USA, is challenging beauty standards in the most powerful way, by embracing her full beard. Her journey began at just 13 years old, when she first noticed excess facial hair. Feeling embarrassed and ashamed, she turned to daily shaving just to keep up with the stubble. For years, Rose battled with her appearance in silence. She tried everything: shaving, plucking, waxing, and even expensive laser treatments. But nothing provided lasting relief. The emotional burden was heavy. Like many women with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a hormonal condition that can cause excessive hair growth, she felt the pressure to look normal. But one day, Rose made a life-changing decision. She put down the razor and let her beard grow. The result? Confidence like never before. Instead of hiding, she stood tall, and surprisingly, she felt sexier than ever. Embracing her facial hair not only transformed how she saw herself, but it also inspired people around the world to rethink what true beauty means. Now, Rose is living life on her own terms. She's proud, powerful, and proof that confidence doesn't come from fitting in. It comes from owning who you are. Her message is clear: don't let the world define your beauty. Define it for yourself. These 12 remarkable women prove that strength comes in many forms, whether it's through surviving impossible challenges, defying beauty standards, or inspiring millions with their courage and heart. They are living proof that even in a world full of judgment, there are those who shine through their uniqueness and spirit. Which of these incredible women inspired you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories. Because here on Polo TV, we celebrate the extraordinary.